Hi spooky people, my name is Betty Bitch Milk Bibs and welcome back to the channel, and with that also welcome back to the actual spookiness. Today we're building something that I've been very excited for, and it is a Satanist shrine. I think you can all imagine why I'm building this. Darkness, evil forces. I don't know, it just kind of seems like that would be me, you know? So this is the area that we will be working with. I have taken the liberty of already like kind of designing this area, kind of terraforming it, because I was just in a mood. And here it is on the map. It is the top right corner. So right here, I wanted to start with what I think is like basically the central, essential, I don't know, it's like the eye catcher of this, in my opinion. And I think we all know, like, Animal Crossing community's biggest symbol of Satanism and evil forces is this Celeste item. I think it's just, like, is there anything else that any content creator in Animal Crossing has ever used to, like, symbolize Satan? I don't think so. So of course I had to use it, and I am using these, like, what are they called? They're not simple panels. They're like these other thingies, these face cutout standees. I'm using them with the cobblestone pillars because I thought it would look kind of cute, also with a cobblestone on the floor. And as you saw, I like took these on the side away because I wanted to place items, and I can't do that on a single tile space. I'm placing some pillars because I wanted to make this look like this once was like an actual temple. Like, you know, something happened here. Right now it's like overgrown. We have these big plants. I don't even know how these are called. And anthurium, girlies, besties, I don't know. But these big plants, I have 2 of them in this build, and I think they're so nice. I love them. As soon as these items were introduced, I was like, I gotta have them, and I gotta use them on this island. I don't really know, because these only come in this color scheme, but I don't know how that's gonna go in autumn, because right now with the grass, it kind of works, but then in autumn there is not, like, the grass won't match, and I'm kind of freaking out about it. Same with the giant vine. I think I'm gonna have to recolor it once autumn actually arrives, because for this vine at least there's like a brownish option, and I think I'm gonna go for that one. So down here, I think the things that scream temple the most are like stone items, stone-lined dogs, glowing moss, pillars, and this thing. Ooh, I love this so much. And of course, what else would I place on top of it? And like, if not, this beautiful fossil. Hello. Some candles, of course, can't miss out on those. And I placed this little campsite fire thingy behind the shrine thingy so that when you stand in front of it, you actually see some of the flames come out behind the skull, and I just thought, yes, that's it. Okay, and what else? Of course, we have some of these, like, darker plant things, like, for example, this mushroom thingy here, and I moved that around quite a bit, and at first I also wanted to put it down in, like, the pit, but then I was like, nah, you know, no. This corner right here, I created it to put a tree, but the tree didn't fit, so I had to kind of use items. That's right, just fixing up the floor a bit. Kind of checking how it looks from the front, and I really like it. And I'm placing this little candle as a light source for when you like walk past. You don't really see it, but like you can kind of see the glow. And now we are at the portion of this part of the build, at least, where I picked up a frick ton of flowers, and I decided, you know what, let's just go crazy. Go stupid, you know? Just plant them everywhere. And I felt like leaving this part in because it kind of showed my process of planting a flower and then realizing I can't put that here, then there are too many flowers in one spot, and that doesn't, I can't do that. I cannot do that. I feel like everyone struggles with this, where you're like looking at certain like plants and flowers that you've planted and you're like, there are too many of those in one spot. And that's exactly what I was struggling with right here in this corner. I was actually thinking about putting an item in this bottom corner, but then I decided against it because I felt like if I put an item there, it would hide all the nice items behind it. So it didn't quite work out the way that I actually intended, but I still left this corner like open. Like I could have closed it, but then I was like, nah, I like the way that it looks right now. And I also like the kind of heart shape that it makes on the map, even though like hearts aren't really that spooky. Am I right? But like it is what it is. I built this terraforming thingy up and then I ran away because like if you stand in it, you can't really see it on the map because of your own pointer at where you are. So I ran away and I looked at it and I was like, that is a heart. What are you thinking? Like, what are you doing? None of this is actually spooky, but I left it because in the end I like came to terms with it. And now I actually really like it. Alrighty, and of course we can't leave out this part up here, and I kind of skipped over 90% of the path because I felt like placing paths is like so boring. And I wanted to have another stone building up here, and I found Stonehenge in my storage and I was like, yes, that is it. That is it. Stonehenge up here, stunning. I love it. Because it kind of looks like an extension of the temple. And at first I wanted to build the actual biblically accurate portion of this up here, but then after quite a while I decided, nah, the space up here is just too tiny, so I opted for just some plants and items that I will place through over like multiple days. I think in the end, like in the final tour, there are still not all trees grown in, but I could not wait any longer. Now we are back here, kind of designing what I thought would be like what once was like the entrance to the temple, like kind of entrance like ish. Then I decided I can't work on the front without placing a tree back there to see, like, envision if I build tall things down here, will it match with the tall things in the back? And I was mentally struggling, guys. It was really a struggle. And the first option, or like the first opportunity that I had to use this skeleton, I took it. I saw the opportunity and I took it. And I've hidden him behind some stones, as you can see. Of course, cannot leave out a dolly in this build. Hello? What would a spooky build on my island be without a doll or a gnome? Hello? Ew. Now we are in this back portion, and this is going to be my biblically accurate Satanic Shrine. And I'm just gonna place these items down just very speedily without actually explaining them, because there's going to be a longer portion at the end of this video where I explain why exactly this is like satanically, biblically accurate. And if you're interested in that, I mean, stay for the final part of this video. If not, you can just, like, in the end, you can just skip it. That's why I put it at the end. So yeah, enjoy me placing some items. And now we have some more plants to plant. Some more flowers, because like, what is an area without some black flowers? That's right, it's absolutely nothing. And I kind of wanted this to be like slightly, someone's like keeping it clean, but it's also very much overgrown. You don't really have a path that is directly leading to this. But I mean, like, you can get to this area. Alrighty. And now we are kind of decorating this lookout point, I would say it is, which basically is also a transition area from, like, you go up the stairs on the side of the museum, that's to our left, and then you can like walk over to the right where Lucky's house is placed, where I'm gonna have another very special and fun build. But yeah, I'm basically just trying to make this lookout spot nice, kind of like put all the areas together, because right now it's like this really, I don't know, just not nice kind of space, kind of path. I don't know. And I placed these flowers because I've noticed that whenever I create paths before I plant flowers, they're like so thick and so I don't know. So I placed the flowers first so that I was actually challenged to kind of wave around the path in between the flowers, and I think it worked out pretty nicely. Now, like I said quite a while ago, what is a build without dollies or gnomes? So here it is, our obligatory gnome. Of course, some nice candles, mushrooms. We have some blood coats here and there, some leaf piles. And with that, we are at the final walkthrough. Enjoy! Alrighty, now that we are here, let me explain why this is a biblically accurate satanic shrine that we've built right here. Of course, we have the beautiful, fantastic, magical shrine to our right, but we also have this tiny little section back here. And to explain this, I'm going to be using the actual Satanic Bible. I am reading you the explanations for this situation going on right here from the Satanic Bible by Ender and Zender LeVay. Welcome to the Satanic Church and welcome to my Satanic Shrine, everybody. It's like MTV, welcome to my crib, welcome to my Satanic Shrine. These are all the devices, basically, that you need to like fulfill an actual satanic ritual. We have, obviously, an altar. And usually in satanic rituals, you can actually have a woman be the altar. So you can have like an altar made out of flesh. But I was like, that's not very doable in Animal Crossing. So It's this one. You can like replace the flesh altar with stone or metal or wood or whatever. Oh, also actually we're breaching like ritual thingies here, because usually this altar would have to face like a west wall, but then I would have to face the cliff and that would have not looked snazzy, so ocean has to do. For the ritual, the next thing that we need is a symbol of Baphomet, which basically means we need the symbol of like a black goat, which symbolizes the scapegoat. And we have that on the left. The only thing that I could think of to choose for this situation was this dress that I found, because like it is a goat. So that's that. Then one thing that made me go insane is you need candles for a satanic ritual. Specifically, you need black and white candles. Now, the thing in Animal Crossing is there are no black candles. There are zero black candles. And it fucked me up because I wanted to build this like biblically accurate, but there are no black candles. So that's why I'm using these incense burners to symbolize black and white candles, and we're gonna have to deal with that. At least one black candle is placed to the left of the altar, representing the powers of darkness and the left-hand path. One white candle is placed to the right of the altar, representing hypocrisy of white light magicians and the followers of the right-hand path. Let's continue. We also need a bell. And we do have a bell. It is right over here. Isn't that snazzy? We have the bell right there. That's the bell. In the Satanic Bible it says, the shuddering effect of the bell is used to mark both the beginning and the end of the ritual. Then another thing that you obviously need for a satanic ritual is, I do not know how to pronounce it, a chalice, like basically a cup. And this cup can be made out of anything but gold, because gold is associated with the church and we don't like that. And in the cup you have an elixir, which, like, you know, the church would give you wine, but, you know, we don't like to participate in symbolic cannibalism, so you can basically use anything that enhances your abilities. And I thought, what in this game enhances the player's abilities? And I thought, coffee. If you drink a coffee, you can dig up so many trees. It's like you are a god. So I put an iced coffee. Well, that's my elixir and my chilies. Isn't that beautiful? Then you also need a sword. We do have that. We do have that right at the front here. The Sword of Power is symbolic of aggressive force and acts as an extension and intensifier of the arm with which the priest uses to gesture and point. So basically, if I were to be the priest in this situation, I take the sword and I point at people with it, which I think is so extra. I love it. So we have the sword right there. Then we also need a gong, which is also very conveniently placed right at the, right at the front. This gong is used to call upon the forces of darkness. It is to be struck once after the participants have repeated the priest's words, "Hail Satan." Is that not cute? Then we also need some parchment. We have that on top of the altar. This paper is used because if you are partaking in a satanic ritual, you can write well wishes or curses on that paper, which then can be either read out by the priest or not. But basically, if you, for example, want to cast like a well wish onto yourself or on others, you would burn it over the black candle. But if you want to really curse someone, you can just write it on the paper and burn it over the white candle. So these are all the parts that one needs to actually do a proper satanic ritual as stated in the Satanic Bible. So that's why that is biblically accurate. Alrighty, and with that being said, I really hope that you enjoyed this build. I really hope that you enjoyed this part of the Satanic Shrine build, as well as my biblically accurate satanic ritual side. And yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye!